Hey everybody, it's Shamika. Thank you guys for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, and share my videos. I enjoy doing this and I love bringing you information. I wanted to be one of the first individuals to give you the update. There is some more information that comes out all the time about this new FICO score. And of course, I wanted to be the one to get you this information out ASAP. All right, so if you don't know anything about the new FICO 10T that is coming out, and watch the video below. It is an introductory. It'll tell you pretty much the history on the FICO score. This video here is going to be in addition to what's going to take place coming up. So here goes. All right, if you're one of the individuals that are, your goal is to reach that 680 credit score so that you can take advantage of that 20-point jump that is expected to happen this summer, you do have more time. Yes, I said you have more time. I know in my first video, it said that everything was going to take place in the summer, and it is, but the only bureau that's going to enact this new scoring system or scoring model is going to be Equifax. That is going to be the only bureau that's going to start this summer. So you still do have time to get your scores up, because you never know by the end of the year, which is when TransUnion and Experian plan on enacting the scoring model, you may have reached your 680 by that time, which means you can enjoy your 20-point increase as well, at least with those bureaus, if you make the changes in enough time, okay? So again, I'm going to please advise, if you your first time watching this video, please watch the first video so you have a pretty good understanding of what FICO 10T is really about and the changes that are going to come about. So again, those are going to be the changes that are coming out. And I'll say that again, Experian is going to start, Experian and TransUnion is going to enact at the end of the year, and Equifax is going to start this summer. The next thing we have, so FICO 10T is not just a scoring algorithm. It is actually a suite. It's no different than if you were to go and buy Microsoft Word suite, where you would get more than just Microsoft Word. You get Access, Excel, PowerPoint, all of those things. So FICO is giving out, or they are creating a FICO 10T suite, which means your auto lenders, your banks, and all of those individuals, they just purchase and pay for these things. And the FICO 10T program pretty much takes over everything. Yes, we already know that it's going to look back at 36 months of your trended data. So if you have had mistakes that are in the past that have taken place and your credit decisions haven't been good, you have charge-offs and collections, you please, you would benefit from deleting those items or getting those items deleted before this summertime, so that that data is not included into the scoring algorithm when FICO puts it out. So to give you an example, guys, so you guys will know, the information that FICO uses comes from your credit reports, as they call them, the credit reporting agencies. So they only make their score based off of the information that they receive from the credit bureaus. So if you're an individual that has a bankruptcy reporting, and say your bankruptcy was discharged a year ago, or maybe even 2 years ago, but if it's still currently reported on your credit report, you will be affected possibly very negatively, because not just your score, I'm talking about in making decisions, because the FICO 10T suite is not just a predictive analysis of buying power or your spending power is. It's also going to let these banks and creditors know if they should even extend you a loan. So although you may have a high credit score, but if it shows that 2 years ago you had a bankruptcy, although it's charged off, it still shows that you had some derogatory information. You had some negative credit behavior, or something that a bank should possibly look at or should consider before extending you a loan. So I am encouraging each and every one, if you have charge-offs, if you have closed accounts, if you have collections, if you have any public records or liens, you need to get those things removed before this summer. For Equifax, and Equifax is notorious for having all the information on there. If they don't have anything good, they have all your bad information, that's for sure. And by the end of the year, you have you have Experian and TransUnion following suit. So you do have time to get in the game, as I should say. And I don't mean get in the game just as getting your score up. You want to be able to be competitive with other individuals that are also out there trying to get credit just like you. The system will let the bank know automatically if they should approve you. It'll let them know the percentage of you defaulting on a loan if you're going to be late based off of your past credit history. If they should even extend you a mortgage loan, a car loan. I mean, FICO is everywhere. And according to, and I'll make a video on this, on their secure access program where you can get free credit help or free information about FICO and a lot of the partners that they work with, it's all the big guys. So, you know, if you guys want to go out and you plan on getting a car loan this year or next year or a house or anything like that, this is the time to clean up your credit, because soon those things will come into play and they will hurt you and your score and your chances for getting approved. So a lot of people say, well, what's the big deal about this FICO 10T? What's the big deal? What's the big deal? Well, I'll tell you, first of all, in my opinion, the big deal is credit approvals, right? So normally I would say, don't pay this any mind. This is just a marketing tactic. They just had FICO's 5 years ago, and now they just created a new thing, just like iPhone, how iPhone creates a new phone every year or every couple years. This is the same thing that FICO does. So normally I would say, it's no big deal. But because we need credit, we need the access to credit, and we need the money, the funds, the loans, all of those things, you have to pay attention to it. It would be so easy for me to just say, don't care about it, guys. It's no big deal, but it is a big deal. And what I thought was funny is I actually went on FICO's website, and I actually was reading an article about why they wanted to come out with FICO 10T, and they used the iPhone as an example. And they said, although the iPhone is basically the same thing in its foundation, there are a little bit of bells and whistles that might be different that makes this program or this phone better than the phone before. And so FICO is using that as a reason to justify why they came out with FICO 10 and FICO 10T. FICO pretty much is just coming out with yet another more precise indicator, or as they call it, a more precise predictive analysis of how you will repay or default on your bills. All the banks care about, and I'm going to continue to say this all the time, folks, is how and when you pay your bills. So FICO 10 and FICO 10T, and I'll tell you, if they ever have a FICO 11 or 12 or anything like that, no matter what, the whole goal is you as a consumer are being looked at by the computer system, and the computer system is making a decision on what or whether you should get any money based off of your history for the past 36 months. So credit does matter. Credit is important. And I would stress again, anything that you have that is derogatory, even if it's old, remove it so that you can have the best chances at getting the most credit available to you. And if you're an individual that likes to have business credit, this will also filter into that as well. So, all of those things take place. So you must pay attention to your credit, get those things removed that don't need to be there. And I hope I taught you guys something to help you out. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Keep your credit clean. And if you have any questions, please send me an inbox and like, subscribe, and share. I appreciate your support. You take care, guys. Bye.